I'm reminded of the quote by Michael Joseph: take pride in how far you have come. Have faith in how far you can go, but don't forget to enjoy the journey. A very good evening, respected dignitaries, judges, faculty members, and dear students. I, Vinita Nair, on behalf of Faculty of Computer Applications and IT and Faculty of Computer Technology, welcome you to the valedictory function of CyberShadez 2022 with the theme of Blue Eye Technology, supported by Spaco Technologies and BizApDev. So far, all 3 days were filled with full of enthusiasm, perseverance, and determination. We received an overwhelming response from around 500 plus participants countrywide from 16 plus universities and 30 plus institutions who participated in CyberShadez 2022. I would like to invite Mr. Rushit Kapadia, Senior Project Manager and Recruitment Head from Spaco Technologies, who has joined us for the valedictory meet. The company has to its credit more than 4,400 plus mobile applications. They have expertise in mobile app development and providing customized business solutions. Spaco Technologies is accredited as one of the top development companies by Upwork, Clutch, AppFutura, and Good Firms. Sir, I extend my cordial welcome and request you to share your views.
Hi, thank you so much for having me here today. Okay, first of all, welcome all to this meet. I'm really happy that I got to be a part of this great function that you guys are holding from a few years, and keep on holding and keep on adding the participants every year. Okay, so my name is Rushit, and I am working as a Senior Project Manager currently with Spaco Technologies. I am just like you guys, a techno enthusiastic. I've completed my engineering in 2014 and started working with the industry. I'm working with this industry from last few years and have got to be part of having worked into different roles and different departments, having to work on with different clients of different countries. Okay, so today I would like to take this time to basically help you out, or to basically give you a perspective or a viewpoint as to how things would be after your graduation or post-graduation is completed. So I'd like to share my screen, and I would like to present it further. I'm hoping that my screen's visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Great. Okay, so as I would like to tell this is what's next, what happens once the college is over, because that would be something of a nightmare to people. Especially it had a nightmare to me, and I'm sure that a lot of people or a lot of students would be having this. Okay, what will happen once this is over? One day when you will wake up and there would be no college, there would be no Zoom classes to wake up to. So kya hoga? What will happen into such case? Okay, so a lot of you might have already planned. A lot of you might have already thought of it. You have thought of studying further. You have thought of going abroad. Maybe you have thought of to start a new business or to help your family into business. And majorly of you would be thinking of getting a great job with a great company and to work into the industry. So I was having a similar perspective, or I was having a similar views when I was a graduate, or when I was about to be a graduate. But the reality is a little bit more terrifying than the nightmares that we are having. So just to share, or just to remind, you might be aware of a movie called Three Idiots. It was a very great movie. So there's a scene in that where Viru Sahasrabuddhe shows a pile of admission papers. Okay, he throws that pile to the students and shows that we are getting this many of admission papers or this many of admission requests every year into our organization. and only you are lucky enough, or only you are the first ones, or only you are the top people who got the chance to get the admission. There's a similar situation into the industry currently, if you see. Okay, being somebody very closely associated with recruitment, and being somebody who's actively meeting people, being someone who's actively meeting, interacting with colleges and universities, I can assure you that I'm getting a lot of resumes daily. I'm getting piles of these resumes on my email, on my uh, desk, on paper, on letters. People are doing so and so things to just get a chance to be interviewed. Okay, so just to share a few statistics with you, these are the reality. This is where the reality stands. Out of 100 graduates who are freshly graduating in IT in India, there are 83.3%, or around 83 graduates out of these 100 graduates. They have to settle with non-IT jobs. They don't get a chance in IT jobs. Only 16%, or roughly 17% of people are getting IT jobs. So this is where the market is. And this is every year. This is happening every year. And trust me, these are very good numbers compared to the numbers that we used to have when I was a graduate. So this is a better scenario, but still 17%, it's too less. Speaking of jobs, out of 100 jobs in IT, or out of 100 opportunities in IT in India every year, there are only 11% jobs for freshers. Can you imagine that out of 100 jobs that are given, only 11%, or only 11 jobs are being given to the freshers? So it is a very tough scenario. It's very competitive market out there. It's very tough to sustain or to survive or to land your first job, which would be something of your dream job. So how to land that job? What to do in such case? What would be the steps to overcome this? So the only option here is to stand out. When you are in a crowd, you need to stand out. You need to be different than others. Into that case, you'll be able to land the job, your dream job, into your dream company. I'll give you a few examples. There are tens of thousands of brands in India currently. Okay, but how many of them you remember by heart at all the times? Like when you remember Nirma, there's a jingle keeps on playing onto your head. It's called washing powder Nirma, washing powder Nirma. ये सबको पता है. Everybody knows this in India. Okay, or G Mane Genius is associated with Parle. But there are tens of thousands of brands in India currently. You remember only few of them. You only remember dozens of them because they have stood out in this competition, because they have stood out in this cutthroat competition. So that's what you as students needs to do. You need to stand out. Okay. So now that we are very sure that we need to stand out, we have found our why. Let's focus on to how. How will you stand out into this market or into this cutthroat competition of the market? So the only rational thing in the world currently is love. Okay, that's a saying from a very bestseller book called Tuesdays with Maury, and that's what we know. That's what humankind have evolved. Okay, Socrates said the same. Krishna said the same. Everybody basically, every great person has hinted the same. Now, this love is not only for the people. That's for the things that you do. That's for the dreams that you have. You'll have to love your dreams. You'll have to love your goals. Okay. So the first step to stand out is basically to find what you love. Because when you are doing what you are loving, you are basically not doing job. You are you are not basically doing a job. You are basically doing what you are loving every day. So you'll have to find your love. You'll have to find that if your love lies in marketing, if your love lies in management, in analysis, data science, designs, HR, operations, networking, development, you just have to find your love. Okay. People in IT, they mostly love to develop. They want to pursue their career into development, and that's where the demand lies. That's where the most demand lies. But you should do what you love. If you are good at designing, if you love designing, there is plenty of scope in designing. If you love operations, if you love management, anything. So first step is to find what you are loving. Okay. Once you find out what you are loving, it is easy. The next steps are comparatively easier. So the next step would be, when I say that you'll have to actually find what you are loving, the next step would be basically to understand the demand versus the actual supply. Okay. So the easiest way to grow is to find out where the demands lie. So this is a kind of compensation insights. The easiest way to find out demand is, of course, by seeing what is being paid more. Okay. जो चीज डिमांड में होती है उसके लिए लोग ज्यादा पैसे देते हैं. So this is a chart of a few technologies. This is an average compensation currently in India. So if you see that iOS or ROR or React, there are different slabs. So if your love lies with the demand, if you can match it with that, then it is easier. You'll be in demand. If you are in demand, you'll be standing out. People would reach out to you. Just say, if I'll give an example, last year we were hiring for we were hiring for trainees, and we were hiring into all this technology and many more profiles as well. So to our surprise, we got only 2 people in iOS. Why? Because demand itni zyada hai. Everybody is everybody is pursuing that, or everybody is being scattered. Everybody wants to hire this kind of people. So this is the second thing, that you'll have to understand the demand. You'll have to supply what demand is showing. The next thing, which is again very important, especially with us, especially with the people who want to create a difference, is logic. अब लॉजिक क्या होता है? व्हाट इज लॉजिक? तो आपके आपके किचन में अगर आप जाते हो, इफ यू ओपन योर ड्रॉवर और उधर से किचन नाइफ निकलती है, ओके, सो लॉजिक इज कि तुमको पता है कि वो किचन नाइफ इज यूज्ड टू कट वेजिटेबल्स एंड नॉट टू स्टैब ऑन टू योर हार्ट. दैट्स लॉजिक. Everything that you call as common sense, that's logic. Logic is required as somebody into the industry to ensure that you are doing the right thing, that you are taking the right step, that you are basically differentiating, you know what is right and what is wrong. So the next century would be built on logic. The previous century was mostly onto emotions. Yeah, we were driven by emotions, we were even driven by sentiments. The next century would be of logic. Why? Because we are going with the tech. We are building our future with tech, and tech cannot exist without logic. Okay, so logic is basically a basic element when you are building a system. The next step, this one is very important, is the attitude. Whenever you want to stand out, whenever you want to be apart from the crowd, the thing that is important is attitude. And there are a few parameters that would give you the insights into the attitude, that would give you insights to master the attitude, what kind of attitude you need to develop. The first one being empathy. You should be empathizing with people. Anybody great person, any great person in the world, any great company in the world, any great solution in the world is based on empathy. Okay? So you'll have to basically empathize with the person you're working for, be it a client, be it your project. You'll have to empathize with them. You'll have to empathize with your users. तो आप उसको solution दे पाएं. The next step is ownership. Ownership is something which is again very important. If you don't own something, you don't care about it. You care about your family, you care about your friends, you care about your marks, because you own it. Ownership is extremely important. If you have the attitude to own your job, if you have the attitude to work onto your job, ownership would help you go somewhere. There is a term called as employeepreneur. Maybe some of you might have heard of it. That is being related with Sundar Pichai in Google. When Sundar Pichai became the CEO, this term was very popular. It was employeepreneur. Sundar Pichai, who joined as a product owner, he was the owner of the Google toolbar. Okay, he became the CEO. There were many owners, there were many employees, there were many people who were very good on what they were doing. But why Sundar Pichai was selected as the CEO? Because he had the ownership. The next is self-motivation. There would be a time, once you are into the actual world, you'll have to be motivated on your own. कोई आपको motivate करने नहीं आएगा, कोई आपको नहीं बोलेगा नहीं यार तू तो अच्छा कर रहा है. You'll have to find what you are doing, what you are doing good. You'll have to keep on motivating yourself. So self motivation is important. The next thing which is very important in developing this attitude is adaptability. You'll have to adapt to change. We all know the story of Nokia. Nokia was one of the topmost companies into the mobile phones. At one point of time, Nokia was the only alternative of mobile phones. But after then, when Android came, Nokia refused to adapt. Nokia said कि नहीं हमारे पास तो इतना बड़ा market है. We will never lose. We have this market ongoing. So they refused to adapt. What happened? They were out of this market. They were top and they were out then. So adaptability is something very important. You'll have to know where to be rigid, where to adapt. Okay? Wherever the demand lies, you'll have to adapt to the demand. Once you adapt to it, you will be on the top. You will continue to be on the top. This one's very important, which is reading. There are thousands and thousands of years of human intelligence, collective human intelligence, which are written in the books. Okay? You cannot do everything. You cannot try doing everything. जैसे हम सबको पता है कि अगर ट्रक चल के आ रहा हो तो उसके सामने खड़ा नहीं होने. We all know that. क्यों? Because we'll die. How many of us have tried it? कितने ऐसे हैं इधर who are listening to me who have tried it? There would be no one, because otherwise you wouldn't be here. पर तुमको कैसे पता है? Because you have learned from somebody else's experience. तुमने कहीं से पढ़ा हो, तुमने कहीं पे देखा हो. Reading is a very, very essential category. Any great person is a reader. You name it. Okay, any great person is a good reader. अगर तुमको intelligent बनना है, if you want to learn things, you cannot try everything using your experience. You'll have to read. The next and the final thing to develop a great attitude is give first, expect later. For example, if I want to eat mangoes, मुझे mangoes खाने हैं, तो मैं क्या करूंगा? If I want to bring mangoes to the market, if I want to sell mangoes, if I want to eat mangoes, what I'll be doing is I'll have to plant mango trees, right? तो mango trees को plant करने के लिए तुमको क्या करना पड़ता है? You'll have to first plant that tree. You'll have to water it. You'll have to give fertilizers to it. You'll have to give the growth elements to it. You'll have to give proper sunlight to it. And after years of those work, you'll get the first mango from that mango tree. That is how life works. That is how nature works. You'll have to give first. You'll have to give your best shot first. And then you can expect further. So if you are getting through these points, you have developed a great attitude. Once you have a great attitude, you are standing apart from everybody else. So the next thing that would help you to land is solving a real life problem. Okay, I'll tell you one thing. You must be watching Shark Tank India. Okay? There are that show is in buzz currently. Shark Tank India. उसमें से हम क्या सीखते हैं कि there are people who are solving the actual problems, who are solving the real life problems. और उस problem को जब आप solve करते हो, then you stand apart. Such people can get money from into that particular show. ठीक है? There was a problem. कि अंधेरा बहुत है. We cannot see in the dark. Human cannot see in the dark. Okay, and having fire everywhere was too risky. So somebody named Thomas Alva Edison decided to create electricity bulb. Okay? So everything, if you want to stand apart, you have to actually solve a real life problem. अब कोई भी example देख लो. How Zomato started, there was a problem. कि सब restaurant के menu नहीं थे आपके पास. You'll have to visit the restaurant, you'll have to see that menu. How Zomato started, उसने decide किया कि आपको menu मिले. फिर they have decided कि चलो आपको food ही घर पे मिले. So you'll have to identify a problem and then you'll have to resolve that problem. And once you are solving a real life problem, once you are identifying the problem, once you have a solution, or at least you are into that direction of the solution, it is very, very easy to land that job. And that's what I can promise you from my experience. In 2013, I was sitting in a campus. There was a campus drive, और उस टाइम पे इतनी अच्छी colleges और इतनी अच्छी universities नहीं होती थी. So having a campus drive was a rare thing. So into my hometown, which is a very small town, it's not a metro city. तो उधर एक कॉलेज में एक कैंपस ड्राइव आया. तो क्या हुआ उसमें कि सारे कॉलेजेस के बच्चे थे, जितने भी कॉलेजेस थे, वो सब उस कैंपस ड्राइव में चले गए, ठीक है। एंड इट वाज अ काइंड ऑफ रजिस्ट्रेशन, आप जैसे आओ आप रजिस्टर करो, ऐसा सिचुएशन था। तो सुबह से the interviews were ongoing and the company that has came, they didn't expect to have a huge turnaround, तो उनके पास इतना टीम भी नहीं था, तो वो लोग वन बाय वन इंटरव्यूज ले रहे थे। सो व्हाट हैपेंड इज के मेरी बारी जब आई तो इट वाज ऑलरेडी इवनिंग, इट वाज 7:30 7:30 इन द इवनिंग। एवरीबडी वाज सो टायर्ड, आई हैडंट eaten anything. जो भी पैनल आई थी वो भी थक गई। आई गॉट अ चांस, आई गॉट अ सीट, तो मैं उधर बैठा तो the interviewer said to me is ke we have had a long day, do you have anything to impress me into next 2 minutes? अब सोचो, that was the first campus placement of my life, that was the first interview of my life. I was scared, super scared. मेरे को पता नहीं था कि मैं कैसे इसको लैंड करूं इन 2 मिनट्स। तो मैंने क्या किया, मैंने अपना फोन निकाला, मैंने उसमें से एक ऐप खोला और मैंने उनको बताया कि this is the application which I have created, which I have created when I was into my college because I found that this is the problem. It was a kind of emergency responder application which is now very common nowadays. और उसके लिए some local media have give me attention. मेरा तो I had those cutouts from the newspaper, I had the clips from the interviews, and I had that application. So I just gave them the application. मैंने बोला कि आप ये देखो, तो बोले कि okay, they have seen it. They said इसका क्या? What do you want to say? तो मैंने वो cutouts दिए, मैंने वो clippings दिए. Okay, this is what I have developed while I was in college. And trust me, that guy was very interested. उन्होंने कॉफी मंगवाई और हम लोगों ने we had a discussion for an hour. I got the job, and it was very easy for me to get the job. Okay, so the idea to land a job, the idea to land a good job in the competition is to solve a real life problem, create something. तुम कोई भी problem ले लो, it can be a very easy problem from your college, from your society, from your neighbors, from the country. You just take it, you try to solve it. It is fine if it's not 100%. तुम किसी problem को solve करो, or when you come up with that solution, you will be standing apart from the other. The final thing into this list is basically to present. अब तुम्हारा attitude भी बन गया, you have identified a problem, you are doing what you are loving, you have to present it. तो आप कैसे present कर सकते हो? There are various easy ways. कि keep your CV very different. Generally, if you are keeping your CV very long and very hard to read, as I said that I'm getting hundreds of CV every month. Okay, so I don't have actually, I don't have that patience, or I might not have that time to go through each of these CV personally. अगर आपने 10 पेज का CV मुझे दिया है तो शायद मैं पूरे 10 पेज नहीं पढ़ पाऊँ. You'll have to keep your CV crisp. You'll have to keep your CV short. You'll have to present it into a very unique way. Into nowadays, when the technology is evolving, there's a one thing which is very popular is video resume. आप एक 5 सेकंड का, 10 सेकंड का, 20 सेकंड का आप अपना एक अच्छा सा resume बना के you can introduce yourself and you can share that with into your CV or to the career or to what you are applying for, to the position that you are applying for. The next thing is work on to your introduction. That is very important. 80% क्या आपको जॉब मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा, that depends on to your introduction. अगर आपका introduction interesting है तो आपको जॉब मिलेगा. Focus on what you have done, focus on what you can do, focus on what you can offer into this introduction. That's very important. Next thing being knowing your audience. Whenever you are applying for the job, or whenever you are doing the business, or whenever you are reaching to anybody, you'll have to know your audience better. अगर आप फॉर एग्जाम्पल एक कार बनाने की कंपनी में अप्लाई करते हो फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, और अगर उधर आप जाके बोलते हो कि माय स्किल is basically to create plastic bottles, they might not be very interested. If you are applying to the company who is working on to mobile applications and you are saying that my skill lies somewhere into writing the C code, okay, there are low chances कि वो आपको ध्यान से सुनेंगे. So you'll have to know your audience, you'll have to put that things into your resume, you'll have to put that things into your introduction, and you'll have to deliver. Next thing, which is again very important, is to have the demos of your past work handy. जब भी मैं interviews लेता हूँ, I ask this thing: have you ever worked on something And this is a very common question. Whenever you are applying for any technology, you are being asked, have you ever worked on something? And the interviewee says, yes, I have worked on to say a particular application. I would say, I would love to see your application. Or the interviewer says, I'm very good at the UX designing. I would say, I'd love to see your work. They would say, sir, wo to main nahi laya. So it creates an impact if you are having that work handy. If you can show your application, if you can show your designs, if you are applying for, say, system analysis, you can show your analytics skills. That would be very, very helpful. And the final thing is asking the right questions. That's your opportunity to land. क्योंकि पूरे इंटरव्यू में the interviewer would be asking the questions. ठीक है? The final 5 minutes is to ask the right questions. You'll have to ask the right questions. If you are asking the right questions, you'll be setting apart from anybody else. So this was the final step that you can present like a pro. Once you do these steps, once you do all these things, I am sure that you would be into that 11% jobs freshers career deserved have. Finally, I'll have to tell this is, you know, the heroes. Okay, everybody knows the hero, but you have to be your own hero. You'll have to stand. You'll have to sit tight. You don't have to disappointed. You have to try again, and you'll have to be your own hero. Into the real life, कोई और hero आके तुमको नहीं बचाएगा. You'll have to save yourself. You'll have to be your own hero. So thank you so much, guys. That was my time. I hope this is very important for you. And if you find any questions, feel free to reach out to us at Spaso. You can write to our career email. You can find me somewhere and you can send me any messages or emails, and I'll try to reach out to you as soon as possible. So thank you very much for having me. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vinita.
Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and taking time from your busy schedule and joining us. And thank you, Mr. Vijayan Das and Spaso Technology for your constant support and cooperation for our event. Now, I would like to invite Professor Snehal Shukla to announce the winners of the PG track.
Thank you so much, Vanita ma'am, for calling me. Now, let us start the prize distribution. The first event, that is Tickle Your Mind. The winner is, second prize goes to the student of FCA, IT and M.Sc IT program, Bhavya Dutt and Purva Dusara. Congratulations. Now for the first prize. Again, Faculty of Computer Application, Faculty of Computer Technology, sorry. Winners are Dishit Pandya and Manan Navadia. Congratulations for the winners of Tickle Your Mind. These are the certificates for the winners. We will share the certificate with you as well. The next event is Squash the Bug. That was the bug finding event. The prize goes to third prize goes to FCIT M.Sc program, Prashita Joshi, and we have a tie in third prize. That is School of Cybersecurity and Digital Forensic, Akash Samkhala. These are the certificate for winners. Next, second prize goes to Jainam Mehta and Dhara Parikh from FCIT M.Sc program. First prize goes to Shivam Rajput from FCIT M.Sc program. Very, very congratulations to all the winners. Now, next event is Python Charmer. Second prize goes to Dinesh Mundalia, FCT MCA department. First prize goes to FCT Salman Sheikh. Many, many congratulations. Next event is InnoDB. The winners for the event is Quincy Sadhu and Rushit Nadkat from FCT MCA. First prize goes to Salman Sheikh again and Vishwa Sonar, FCT MCA. Many, many congratulations. Next event is Code Jigsaw. The winners are third prize Mansi Patadia and Ruhma Kadri from FCIT. Second prize goes to Jainam Mehta and Priyank Vyas from FCIT IMSCIT. And first prize goes to FCT MCA Urvil Shah and Akshar Patel. Congratulations to all the winners of Code Jigsaw. Next event is Techathon. Second prize goes to FCT MCA Meet Modi, Hardik Rana and Kartik Patadia. And the first prize goes to Mansi Patadia, Muskan Kalwani, Suhani Manwar from FCIT MSCIT program. Many, many congratulations to all the winners of Techathon. Now the last event is Brain O Brain. Second prize goes to Satish Tiani and Vinay Mirchandani from FCT. And the final winner of the quiz is Amisha Kosti and Dhwani Solanki from FCAIT, M.Sc IT program. Many, many congratulations to the winner of quiz Brain O Brain. We will be sharing your certificates and the prizes with you soon. Many congratulations to all the winners as well as all the participants of the event. Thank you, ma'am. Now I would like to call Vinita ma'am again.
Thank you, Snehal ma'am, and congratulations to all the winners. I take this pride to announce, kindly all the participants and winners note down that the first prize winner will be getting rupees 1,500 cash prize along with the certificate. Second prize winners will be getting rupees 1,000 cash prize and a certificate. Third prize will be rupees 500 cash prize and certificate. All other participants will be getting a participation certificate. The participants will receive an email by 23rd of Feb with all the details. I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Savita Gandhi, Dean, FCT and FCAIT for her concluding remarks. Ma'am, over to you.
Just a minute.
Yeah.
I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
So, hello, namaste everybody and good evening everybody. And congratulations to all. First of all, I wish good evening to all my colleagues, head of the department, Dr. Harshal, Dr. Trupti, all other faculty members, other teaching staff, non-teaching staff, and everyone here, and Mr. Rashid Kapadia from Space Technologies and his other colleague, I think Vijayan Das. So first of all, I would like to congratulate each and every one at GLS University in the Faculty of Computer Technology and the Faculty of Computer Applications and Information Technology, that they have worked as a good team and we have successfully conducted, organized this 3-day annual event, CyberShadez, during 17th February to 19th February at 3 levels for school students, for undergraduate students, and for postgraduate students. For those students, those participants who could not win the prize, I would like to still congratulate you for having decided to participate in these different events. Still you are brave, you are one of those brave persons who decided to be examined. You had the ability to be brave enough to come in front and be quizzed. That is one very important characteristic. And I'm very sure you performed to the best of your ability and you would have definitely given judges a struggling time to decide upon the winners. Don't be discouraged. If you did not win the prize, do not be discouraged at all. It is said that failure is the stepping stone to the success. हिंदी में बोलते हैं असफलता ही सफलता की सीढ़ी है. Find out. The Rishit gave you the example of electric bulb, the invention of the electric bulb. Just read, I mean, before the invention of electrical bulb, the person, the scientist, how many failures he met? He met a lot of failures before succeeding. So do not be discouraged of failures. Find out your weaknesses, find out the mistakes, overcome them, and come next time with full zeal and fire and vigor in you. Overcome those problems and make it strive that you win. So I wish you all good luck next time. And as I said, don't be discouraged. And for those who are the winners, usually winners are still to be announced, but in advance, those who have won, I congratulate you. Keep it up, keep it going, and may success touch you each and every part of your life. We had wonderful session, short and brief and wonderful session of Mr. Rashid. Very important learning and refreshing aspect he has given you to make wonderful career life. A wonderful session, Rashid. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. I very well know that you were with us for these 3 days, participating in different events, though of course you were virtually. You did not join physically, you were not in the campus physically, but you have been associated with us virtually, and definitely 3 days now, it's evening of the 3rd day. You would be feeling tired, and I think undergraduate students would be still waiting that they should like to hear the announcement of the prizes, and then you'd like to be free from this 3-day event. So I'll not come much in the way. Once again, I would wish you all the participants good luck, safety, and good health, good career advancements in the future, and good life. And may God bless each and every one of you in the life. And again, I would like to congratulate all my team at GLS, both the faculties of computer science and applications and faculty of computer science. They have exhibited good teamwork, and that is how, I mean, there's not much time, but the team and the synergy of the team, that is what works in the life. Now the world is so advanced that no single person in the life can achieve each and everything. Single person cannot do each and everything in the life. So it is always a teamwork which pays and which shows the results. So I really congratulate all of you for having exhibited the good teamwork, good work done, and let us keep doing it. And dear students, we'll return with the CyberShadez next year during time, February 2022. Wish you all good luck and thank you all. Over to you, Vinita.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm words and your constant motivation. Now, I would like to invite Professor Ankita Kanodia to announce the winners of UG track.
Thank you, Vinita ma'am. A very good morning, good evening, everybody present over here. Now we are going to announce the results for the UG track of various competitions held under CyberShadez 2022. And to start with, the first event is Techathon. And the 3rd prize goes to Vikas Asudani and Mir Tarbani from Silver Oak University. Congratulations. These are the certificates of the winners. The second prize is backed by Irish Ajay Bharti and Yashvi Patel from GLS University. These are the certificates. And the first prize goes to Bhavya Shah and Harsh Mehta, again from GLS University. Congratulations to the winners of Techathon event. The next These are the certificates. The next event is Tickle Your Mind. And the third prize goes to Ayush Gajjar, Riddhi Gondalia, and Shivam Shah from GLS University. These are the certificates of the winners. I'm sorry. The second prize goes to Hinal Ranpura, Pritesh Vyas, and Teerth Panchal from GLS University. Sorry, that was the third prize. I'm sorry. The third prize is being shared by two teams of GLS University. And the second prize goes to Jaideep Nai, Keval Patel, and Krupesh Modi, GLS University. And the first prize goes to Divya Parekh, Mahmood Topiwala, and Vishwa Shah of GLS University. The next event for the day was IT Treasure Hunt. The third prize goes to Jainam Oshwal from Silver Oak University. The second prize goes to Irish Ajay Bhati, GLS University. And the first prize is bagged by Pankti Shah, GLS University. The next event for the day is Tech Teaser. And the third prize goes to Harshita Balani, GLS University. The second prize goes to Afzia Shamshi, GLS University. And the first prize is backed by Yashvi Patel, again from GLS University. The next event we have is Brain Digger, where the third prize is backed by Vikas Asudani and Mir Tarbani from Silver Oak University. The second prize goes to Pratham Upadhyay and Mehul Panchal, GLS University. And the first prize goes to Semil Kedawala and Devendra Muliwala from GLS University. And the next event comes up is the logo design, where the third prize goes to Fushi Patel from Charotar University of Science and Technology. The second prize is backed by Shubham Khatang from GLS University. And the first prize goes to Jai Acharya from GLS University. That's all from the UG events. And thank you, Vinita ma'am, for sharing this with us. Congratulations once again to all the winners of all the participating institute and colleges. And thank you for giving such a nice participation, everybody. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vinita ma'am. It's up to you.
Thank you, Ankita ma'am. And once again, congratulations to all the winners and participants for participating in CyberShadez 2020. Before we pull down the curtains of CyberShadez 2022, I invite Dr. Pooja Ajwani to propose vote of thanks and draw the curtains on CyberShadez 2022.
Good evening all. I, Dr. Pooja Ajwani, take this opportunity to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of FCT and FCIT on this valedictory function of our flagship technical festival CyberShadez 2022. Let me start by thanking the most energetic and most enthusiastic person of our campus, President GLS University, Dr. Sudhir Nanavati, for his unconditional and never-ending support. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Chandni Kapadia, Executive Director, GLS University, who actively encourages us for such events. My sincere thanks to Dr. Balchandra Joshi, Provost, GLS University, for providing his guidance and helping us whenever needed. I thank Dr. Hitesh Ruparil, Director General, GLS University, Dr. Dharmesh Shah, Registrar, GLS University,
I thank directors, HODs, and coordinators of various institutes of GLS University, as well as Gujarat Law Society. I would like to thank speaker of our international webinar, Mr. Utpal Dholakia, Tech Lead, Everest RE Incorporation, USA, for enlightening session on blue eyes, and our keynote speaker, Mr. Kuldeep Aspabla, Executive Vice President, Product and Engineering, Cydia AI, USA. I also take this opportunity to thank sponsors of our event, Spaco Technologies and Bizarre. I thank central office staff and technical staff for providing us excellent logistic supports, and would like to thank Mr. Smith for providing help in smooth conduction of our inauguration ceremony. I also extend my sincere thanks to our logistic and web team, Dr. Arpit Jain, Professor Dinesh Kalal, Professor Vishal Narwani, Professor Ruchika Rami, and our student volunteers. I also extend my thanks to Professor Ankita Kanojia for the anchoring in the inaugural function. I would like to thank Dr. Savita Gandhi, Dean, FCT, FCIT, for her guidance and trust in us and for assigning the duty of organizing the event. I thank my colleagues, admin staff, technical staff. I take this opportunity to thank all the event coordinators who have put their best efforts for making this event successful. I thank Professor Himali Moradia for coordinating the school events and Dr. Poonam Dang for coordinating the UG events. Now, a leader goes in the front, leads the way, and by his actions, people follow. This was said by Nelson Mandela. But later it was modified by the great leader of South Africa that it is better to lead from behind and to put others in front, especially when you celebrate victory, when nice things occur. But when you take the front line, when there is danger, then people will appreciate your leadership. I thank our leaders, heads of PG program, Dr. Harshal Arolkar, and head of UG program, Dr. Tripti Rodia ma'am, for putting a great effort in guiding us throughout the event and encouraging us for executing things efficiently. No event is possible without participation, but without participants. I take this opportunity to thank all the participants across India. Thank you very much for being the part of this event. I hope you enjoy all the events and gave a tough fight to each other with an excellent learning experience. I hope to see you again in CyberShadez 2023. Lastly, I thank Almighty for providing us worthy life that gives us such wonderful opportunity to interact and learn. Thank you very much, Vinita ma'am, for providing the platform for proposing my vote of thanks. Thank you, everyone.